to Graham. I think that's Dad, isn't it, for part 2 of the race. Good fights further down through the order as well. The number 261 Lotus Elan of Graham Brown's coming under enormous pressure in his sort of light blue, almost baby blue Lotus Elan. He's got a car queuing up behind him at the moment, and I think that's number 141 that's queuing up behind him, which will be the Rory Longdon Mini, is it? No, it's not. It's an MGB that sits behind, and it's car number 103, which is going to be Simon Scantlebury's car. So over the start-finish line goes that little squabble, whilst the overall race leaders...
Oh, look at that go.
Very wild trick there from our race leader Hewitson as he came out of Quarry Corner. Absolutely brilliant sight looking down the full length straight in from the old paddock commentary box.
There you go.
Goodness me, just wrestling to keep it on the tarmac through the left. And the Lotus Cortina struggled there, just ran very wide coming out of the exit. No problem, bounced across the grass. Just sort of the right-hand wheels and got it back on again, but it shows, Mark, that already it looks as though they're starting to struggle with their tyres. We saw this quite dramatically yesterday, didn't we, that the tyres were really struggling in this heat. We're getting it quite early here by the looks of it, Mark.
Well, I mean, the tyres don't offer much grip in the first place because it's a historic cross-flight tyre. So we'll have to wait to see. I think that the big thing with these, bearing in mind they are Appendix K specifications, so they're period spec cars. I'm not sure it's tyres that's going to be the problem because they're all running on the historic tyre. I think it's general overheating that could be the problem with these cars in these very warm conditions. We'll have to wait and see, Chris. Now, Alexander Hewitson has posted the fastest lap of the race that time through the race leader, 1:23.196, but not for long, because a split second later, over the start-finish line went Alan Tice, and at the wheel of the markers, he went even quicker with a 1:23.103, and then Jennifer Ridgway goes even quicker with a 1:23.399. She gained 2 places on that lap. She got past Brian Lambert's Ginetta, she got past Neil Howe's Triumph TR4, so Jennifer's making good progress here.
Yeah, and I think, again, like you like to do, look for the positive, is that it's going to be an awful lot of fun working their way through this. We've got pit stops that are going to mix it up even more, and you can already feel that she's closing in on the Ross Jones Ford Lotus Cortina, and there's quite a big gap still between the 2 of them, but closing up 4th onto 3rd to get onto the overall podium position as it stands at the moment. Plus, as you say, Alan Tice in the red marker sat there in second, got an extra penalty. We got a great challenge here, 32 and 141 alongside each other as they came past me. The Mini of Longdon and Lambert in the Ginetta. Lovely classic Ginetta, that one, isn't it?
Yeah, fantastic, beautiful little Ginetta, the Ginetta G4. It sits in Class G, which is 4 balls up to 1 litre Ginettas. The rest of the classes are largely split based upon engine capacity, apart from Class A, which is made up of all of the Marcos and all of the Lotus Elans go into Class A, and Class M is for all the MGBs that we've got, but other than that, everything else is based on engine capacity of the car. But Rory Longdon, having picked off Brian Lambert's Ginetta, is now looking to try and scamper the Mini up the road a little bit if he can, and it looks as though he's managing to do so. He's already gapped that Ginetta by at least, or probably 15, if not 20 mini lengths. So Alexander Hewitson leading the way. He is 2.4 seconds to the good over Alan Tice. 2 of them lapping at a very similar pace.
Straight line, isn't it?
They're making their way towards us there, but Paul Towers, I was looking at the cars coming past me, just drooling over these amazing cars. Wow, our leader, Hewitson, the 31 Austin Healey, drifting it through this section as they're working their way through some back markers already. The Jennifer Ridgway trying to get past the 34. John Dunn has possibly gapped the back a little bit further from the 3rd place 171 Lotus Cortina at the moment. But our leader is really just having a whale of a time out there. We said this yesterday, Mark, as well, didn't we? That some of them is their driving style as well, to be honest.
Absolutely. There's only one way to drive a big Healey as well, and that is flat out, sideways. Alexander Hewitson is doing that. He's got his lights on now because he's, of course, starting to catch a little bit of the traffic. The next of the cars he's going to need to deal with will be Chris Winchester's MGB that is circulating towards the tail end of the field. And we've also got a car that's just pulled off after Folly as well, and I'm going to try and pick out exactly what that one is. It's difficult to see at the moment, so there's waved yellow flags on the start-finish line, and then we can't overtake until you almost get up towards the top section of Avon Rise, and that was where Alexander Hewitson finally was able to pick off Chris Winchester's car, but the car that has failed at the moment, I can't quite identify it, it's too far away.
And where was that, Mark, did you say?
Just after Folly.
That's fine. Well, the leaders make their way towards us here, and it looks to me as though the Alan Tice is closing up a little bit. Last time lost a couple of tenths. They've got past another back marker, so that would suggest maybe Lewis has just lost out ever so slightly as they got past the number 17 MGB of Winchester and Hunting. Through comes this sort of gradually increasing battle between third and fourth. 171, the Ross Jones Lotus Cortina.